Welcome, Pisces and Pisces cross watchers, to your December 2023 love reading. So we already have overall energy, and then we're going to look at what each of you is thinking, feeling, and then actions or intentions towards each other. And of course, we will get clarifiers if we need. So we're going to start with your person here, Pisces. So I hope you guys are having a great day. And of course, thank you for stopping by my channel today. Pisces person. Where are they? So we have the Eight of Pentacles. That's the card of, putting in the work, so to speak. Okay. Then we have the Two of Wands, and then their actions or intentions. How many is that? Okay. So we have the Two of Cups, Four of Cups, and the Four of Swords here. And we do have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck as well. I'm kind of getting, just kind of straight off the hop, I'm getting the vibe that this person might be somebody that they may want to pursue something with you. They may want to go to the next level, whatever that would be for the two of you. But it feels like the kind of person that, like, they're going to put themselves where you are, but they may not be somebody that, it's like they might just come there looking really good, doing everything they can to get your attention without overtly getting your attention. If that makes sense. So what does Pisces think about all this? King of Pentacles, not a bad card. Okay. And what's in their heart space? The Chariot. And their actions or intentions. Okay, hold on. One of the cards fell. So we have the Queen of Wands at the bottom. We have the Seven of Pentacles and... oh my gosh, sorry, one sec. And the Page of Wands reversed. So it looks like neither of you is kind of in a place where you're looking to rush anything, which is really good. But I'm kind of getting this vibe where it's almost like you may know that this person is interested, but I feel like you want to see a little bit more from them before you kind of make a decision here. I'm just kind of getting that it's like here this person is trying to, look really good to get your attention, and you're over here. Sorry, I'm just going to get one of these crystals. And I feel like you know that they want your attention, but you're not really giving it to them just yet, if that makes sense. So I'm just realizing you can't see all of those. I'm just going to move it over a little. So we're going to start with your person here. The Eight of Pentacles talks about putting in the time and the work. It's almost like doing the... where they montage, for example, in Rocky, and there's that montage of him doing all the work. This is the montage. This is all the work that goes into it. There's this message coming through that, like, of course, you're not the only thing that this person is focused on in their life. Doesn't mean you're not the only person, but you're not the only thing. But they seem to feel like there's this connection between the two of you that's, that like the two of you are supposed to play some sort of role in each other's lives. I feel like they may not know what role that is. It's not to say that they're, putting any kind of label on it just yet. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. I'm just not feeling it distinctly either way. Regardless, this person, it's almost like they may have been seeing a lot of serendipity or a lot of like synchronistic moments lately, and they feel like there's something about you that makes them feel like this is also going to be some sort of synchronistic, there we go, interaction or experience. And I feel like that's why they're so open to it here. Look at how they're kind of holding their, like, this is their head and their heart, right? So like in their head, they're like, yeah, you know what, I'm kind of interested, and but I got a lot of other things going on, and da 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 da. And their heart's like, no, we're gonna wait. Like, it just feels like their heart seems to be a lot more focused on this experience with you. I feel like they may, like, their head rules the roost, if you will, and I actually feel like they are incredibly lonely. Excuse me. Sorry, I just swallowed, and I know that might be gross to hear. I feel like it's like, may not be the actual situation, it's the energetics of it, but it's like this person has done a lot of things that they've really wanted to do. They've accomplished a lot for themselves, or at least they feel like they're on the way to do so. But I feel like in order for them to do that, it's almost like they had to kind of deny themselves the deeper connection that they so justly deserve, really, because we all deserve love, right? And so it's almost like there's a part of them here that's kind of like, bucking the system, if you will. It's almost like their head is like, well, it'll be fine either way. And their heart's like, you know what? I've had it with that. And I feel like you may feel like there's stronger energy coming from them than they're acting. And that's because and it's almost like it'll seem like it's, sometimes when people do that, they try to pretend that they're not paying attention, but like you can, suss it out pretty easily. I hope I'm using that word right. The sus word. But you can kind of like figure it out pretty easily. I feel like you may not, like, you'll know, but you won't see it in those smaller kind of little idiosyncrasies in their behavior, the looks or the body language or whatever. And I feel like that's because the way that they are acting externally is the way that they are thinking. It's their heart that's sending out all that energy to you. It's almost like their heart is kind of like trying to climb out of this deep pit that they're in. And it doesn't feel like it's quite that dire, okay? It feels more like they've kind of risen out of that pit, but it's almost like now they kind of want to take their reward. So their actions, whoops, that's graceful, or intentions towards you. We have the Two of Cups, which we also have at the bottom of the deck here. Underneath the Two of Cups here, we have the Seven of Swords, which, isn't the greatest. I feel this might be for few of you. I feel for some of you, there may be a history between the two of you. If that is ringing true, I feel like it's almost like this person may have done something that they don't know that you already know about, right? Like, let's say, for example, they were, may not have been a third party, like that they were full on cheating or anything like that. It could have been that they were like, they did something that they told you that they didn't, or they lied about something, right? It doesn't always have to be that kind of worst case scenario, but it feels like this person, for those of you that is the case, because you'll know, because whatever the thing is, right? Sorry. I feel like that's where this kind of, some of this demure energy is coming from them, right? Because it's like, for goodness sake, I dropped the card again. 1 second. Okay. So, for those of you that's ringing true, I feel like that's this person, that's that energy of them kind of like wanting to do more, wanting to come in and say more and do more. And like, no, I'm not leaving until I sort this out with, like, their heart saying to the rest of them, like, no, we're not going anywhere right now. I do feel like whatever they're doing, they're kind of allowing something to end here. Hold on for a second. I feel like whatever it is that's ended, they've been waiting for it to end. And it's like now they're waiting for like the typical like a grace period that you have to wait from, like this thing ended and now it's like it's socially acceptable or it's socially appropriate to wait this long and then get into something. It's that type of an energy. Um, it's almost this thing of like people may be telling this person that they need to rest. Like, oh, you need to rest. You need to, and they may be, accepting that gracefully, but I feel like a big part of them is like, I don't want to rest anymore. You know what I mean? It's like they seem to be ready for action sooner than the world is ready for them to be ready, if that makes sense. I'm going to be honest. I feel like this person is pretty determined here to have what they want. And they seem to be somebody that is actually quite, it's like they're patient, but calculating as well, if that makes sense. So here you are as the King of Pentacles. And we have the... Honestly, I kind of feel like you're just waiting to see how this all pans out. The King of Pentacles, that's that like a good business person, a good parent, a good spouse or partner, a good provider, somebody that they have a lot, but they didn't get there by just, kind of frivolously giving everything away. And then, of course, the Chariot is the card for self-discipline, determination, motivation, right? So I feel like you are, may not be the actual situation, but it's the energetics of somebody that like you've been through some real stuff. Like you've been through some real shiz before. And I feel like that's given you a certain wisdom to, and the reason that you're kind of just waiting to see how things play out for now, I feel like that's coming from a really wise place. It's coming from a like, I learned my lesson when such and such happened. And it's not coming from a place of, sometimes when something goes bad in their life and they use that thing to like withhold certain things from themselves, almost like from a punishment standpoint. You know what I mean? It's like, no, I can't do that, or this will happen, right? It's coming from a place of fear. That's not where this is coming from. It's coming from a place of ease, almost like in that, like that flow state. It's almost like that moment right before you act when you feel like you know exactly what you're going to do. You know exactly how it's going to work out. And there's just this like, this confidence, this confident air about you, but it's not conceit. It's just like a humble confidence, if that makes sense. I feel like you're also looking at this situation like you understand that there's good and bad in everybody, right? And I feel like you also kind of understand that there's good and bad in you. And I want to say for some of you, you're looking for someone that is going to be able to accept and understand that you're, I want to say like a multifaceted person, right? Sometimes when people meet Pisces, Pisceans, I don't know what the plural would be, but sometimes when people meet you guys, they can really underestimate you because you seem to have that very watery energy. And I feel like that's kind of playing into this here. I feel like it's almost like you're waiting to see if this person is going to see things that other people don't, or if they're just going to kind of shortchange you in terms of their initial assessment of who you are and what you're capable of. Honestly, I wouldn't mind being in your energy. You're just kind of sitting over here like, yeah, like it just feels like there's a real feeling of like feeling very competent, right? And not that you feel like it's not a like, it doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. It's not like you're putting yourself above somebody else or anything like that. It has nothing to do with anybody else. It's just how you feel about your own capabilities. And it's like, you have a real confidence in yourself, like self-efficacy type deal. And then here comes the actions or intentions here. It's almost like this person, if they want your attention, like you might feel them over here, like, oh, I'm right here. I'm available to Pisces if they, I'm just going to wait and see if they can notice me. And you're over here like, like that's minimal effort. That's not going to work. You know what I mean? And it's not like the cards are saying that, or I'm, putting my 2 cents in. It's more like that's where you're coming from, right? It's like, you're not going to be doing the work for somebody. If they want to pursue you, then, that's perfectly fine. But then that's something they're going to have to do. Right. And it's not like the attitude that came out of like, they're going to have to do. It doesn't have that any kind of stank on it that I'm feeling from you. That's more my attitude. It feels more that it's like, I think you may have this little seed of feeling like the interaction between the two of you does play some sort of role in the same way that they feel like this is kind of like destined and the two of you are supposed to play some sort of role in each other's lives, but you're just not interested in getting into like a tete-a-tete, or, you know what I mean? It's like, you're not going to allow this person's energy to draw you in. And then because they're kind of ignoring you at the same time, it's like you're not going to get into that tete-a-tete where you feel like you have to kind of chase somebody. Like that's just not going to happen. And of course, okay, I want to be really clear, because I feel like the whole chasing people is like a huge thing online right now. I just want to be really clear. When you're in a relationship with someone, it doesn't mean that like chasing them doesn't mean, because you call them and say, hey, and you check in with them, right? It's not like that. That's not what it's referring to. And that's a perfectly normal thing to me anyway. Here it's this person wants your attention and they feel that quite intensely, but they're not actually doing any of the things to get what they want. So if they're not going to do anything, they're not going to get anything, right? It's like if they don't plant the seeds and then fertilize the soil, well, nothing's going to grow. And it's like, and they haven't even just like picked up the tools and walked over to the garden yet, really. So I think we're going to pull an outcome card. We were doing that for the other reads. Can we just get any final... Oh my God. You know what? I don't know why I keep throwing all of these on the floor. Ew. We have the 3 of Pentacles, or 3 of Cups. My bad. Sorry. I'm going to be honest. The 3 of Cups to me as a reader usually means that like there's just too many people involved. Oh, that's interesting. So we have the 4 of Wands here. Yeah, the 4 of Swords there. And underneath this, the 7 of Swords was the 4 of Wands again. So anyway, Pisces, hold on for a second. What's really interesting is I feel like whatever dynamic is going on between you and this person, if and when they choose to come in and give you attention, it's like someone's going to sashay their sorry ass over to your person here and be like, meh, like they just seem, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this person's face. It's just so like, it's like smarmy, you know what I mean? Like they just think they're just it's like this person, you're this one, and this is your person, and this one here thinks that like they have this special power, like they're just so seductive and da-da-da-da-da-da, right? Like I'm catching a whole attitude about this person, sorry. Sometimes I embarrass myself, sorry guys. But it just feels like this person's kind of sashaying their way over. And what's interesting is that you're over here like, oh, you think that that's what's going to happen if you walk over here? Okay, well then do that. But your person here, it's like their whole body is facing away from that person. And it's like they're trying to like non-verbally tell that smarmy person that's sashaying over that like, yeah, nobody, no, no. You know what I mean? It's like they may not be rude, but I feel like they're going to kind of blow them off. And this person might try, sorry, this person here, it's like they might try a little bit more. I feel like this person's really, whoever this third person is, they're really vindictive. You know what I mean? So it's like if your person isn't open to talking to them, it's like they're going to try to pretend like you somehow stole your person from them. And it's like, and it's almost like if the two of you were to get into a relationship, this other person would like tell people that they were still sleeping with their person. So it's like you're you're kind of irrelevant to the whole situation. You're just kind of a phase for this person, right? It's like whoever this person is, they seem hella toxic. They just do. I feel like it, I don't know why that message is coming through. Maybe it's just a heads up because I feel like it doesn't shake you from this like humble confidence and competence. And that's really strong self-efficacy that the cards were talking about. Excuse me. That doesn't shake you. You know what I mean? I feel like the fact that neither of you really engage with this person in the middle, I feel like it really bonds you. It's almost like two people who consistently take the high road around a bunch of people that act like smarmy losers. I don't know why I'm saying all these mean things. I'm sorry, guys. Um, it's like two people who are actually really good people who take the high road, who don't need to like cut somebody else down because they feel like they're not getting what they want, right? It's you and this person are both good people and you focus on each other. And this person who's like a toxic taker, if you will, it'll almost feel like when like the two of you are in your own little world such that this person is like on the outside looking in. It's like the two of you are in your own little bubble when you're together. And it's almost like it may start off as like this mutual understanding. It feels like it'll be, maybe there'll be romantic undertones if this is a romantic connection, but I feel like it's going to start off as like a feeling like you found someone that understands you, feeling more like there's a real friendship that grows. So Pisces, I think I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for coming to my channel and listening to the read. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. I'm happy to see a nice reading for you guys, and we will see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.